At the time of recording this, I'm 26 years old. I failed many times in my 20s, and this is some advice and insight that I would give if you were also in your 20s. I actually just woke up and I'm gonna prepare to go to the gym. My passion for fitness has taken me to the point where I started my online fitness coaching business. Post content every single day to the whole world for everyone to see. How did I actually get here? I wasn't actually like this all the time. I wasn't this directed person. In contrast, I was the directionless person that always just followed what everyone was doing. Before entering college, I didn't know what I wanted to study. So I just simply asked my friend, hey, what should I study? What's good? And I just followed their advice. It was 2019. Back then, data science was popping off, and I just followed their advice to take a data science major. But was it something that I was passionate about? No, I didn't even know what I was doing. And I just simply was going through the motion. I hated studying all the math, didn't know what I was doing. So for the first 2 years of my university journey, I hated it. I wasn't good in the classes, and I just struggled a lot. Every single day, I would question myself and ask, what am I doing, man? Like, why am I just trying to live somebody's life? I didn't have a life of my own. I didn't have a direction of my own. And it's really contributed to my failure in my studies as well. I was really just trying to find a place to fit in because I didn't dare to really admit to what I wanted to do in my life. And at that point, I didn't even know what I wanted to do in my life actually. So at the end of the second year of university, I started to experiment more and try and find out what I like. And I found that I was interested in coding. So I started to make some projects on my own and really explore the field. And I found that, this might be a viable option. And that was when I decided to switch majors in my third year. That's pretty late, right? But I just felt that I needed that change. I felt that for once, maybe I found a direction that I'm passionate about. Before that, I was trying to transfer majors every single semester. So I failed 3 to 4 times. It was only at the third year of my school that I realized, oh shit, I actually passed the transfer, and I was like super surprised. But this also meant that I had to catch up on so much work if I was to graduate on time. And it was a difficult journey. But I felt for once that maybe I'm having some direction in my life. Maybe I really know what I want to do, and I'm not just following anybody else anymore. So that was really the beginning of discovering that I need to find a path on my own. I can't just follow what people tell me or just ask what people are doing and simply follow that, because it always never ended well. After switching majors, I had a pretty good journey in school. I felt that I was more interested in things, and things were all just more smooth sailing. And because of this natural interest, I also did better in school. And it felt right for a moment in time. But the journey of finding a software engineering job was difficult, more difficult than I thought. And that was where the journey of many failures began. And I really made use of the gym to manage all these failures. Going to the gym was this constant anchor that gave me peace whenever I had all these turbulent times in my life when I didn't feel like I had any control at all. And that's why I really enjoyed it. Nothing like a heavy set. Oh shit, haven't done this in a while. Working out is single-handedly the easiest way to relieve stress. You have this small moment in your life where you're not thinking about anything, you just focus on the set, and you feel like you're transported to another realm. And that is why I'm so passionate about fitness, and I want to spread this message to everyone else. You should experience it at least once in your life. This euphoric feeling of being so focused on your goals, and you remove all the stress in your life. You remove the stress from working, stress from studies, stress from relationships. It's really an escape, and it also improves you as a person as you become more disciplined with fitness. And that is why I find working out and exercising is one of the biggest wins that I had in my 20s that has helped me to stay focused and directed in the journey that I want to have. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be the gym. It can be running, it can be biking. Just find a form of exercise that you like that will take you away from all the stress in your life. It helps to release these endorphins, which make you feel better, and it really helps you manage your stress. Very beautiful morning. We just got done with the gym session, and I just continue on with my story. So I was trying to find a software engineering internship in college, and it was super difficult. I failed so many interviews. I finally landed one, and through the experience, I thought that I really enjoyed software engineering because it was something that was creative. But when I was hunting for a software engineering full-time job, I realized that I really hated the whole system of the interviews. I would do these lead code technical questions. I would grind them so much, but these questions weren't actually used during the job itself. And I didn't really know what I was doing it for. I just knew that I was on autopilot to just find a job because that's what everybody does, right? Everybody's trying to find a decent, high paying job before they graduate so that they can have a stable future. And so I failed after round after round. I got to final round interviews and I failed again, and I really questioned what am I even doing this for. But after a few months of failing many interviews, I finally got the job. I was so happy. I felt that it was more of a relief than happiness, relief that everything was over. And yeah, I just continued on with my final year of university. And when I started working in June of 2024, that's when I realized, oh shit, this might not be what I have wanted all the while. Within the first few weeks, it felt like not what I expected. Things were tough, and I just had a really rough time during probation. It was pretty stressful. And I started to go on this journey of, damn, is this right for me once again? Like when I was trying to transfer majors in my second year. So I just did my best to stick through it because I already sacrificed so much to land this software engineering job. It also pays pretty well, and I just thought it was dumb for me to let go of everything. But for the next few months, I just really struggled to keep up with everything. I didn't find meaning in what I was doing, and I just felt like a shell of my former self. I always enjoyed engineering, but I didn't enjoy it to the extent where I would learn on my own after work and things like that. So I clearly knew that it wasn't something I truly love, but it was something that was practical and it paid well. I just started looking forward to my weekends. I started looking forward to my leaves that I would take, holidays that I would go to, and I just felt like this isn't it, man. This isn't the way that I want to live. I'm just like a prisoner, man. Prisoner that earns some wages. And so all the tasks came in. It was pretty stressful every single day. I just felt that I was on the edge every single time. I didn't know if I could do the task, and I was constantly challenged every single day. Some tasks I wasn't able to meet the deadlines. I had to extend it, and I just felt super stressful, super rejected, and I just felt like a failure, honestly. I couldn't do what I had to do. Some days of working, I would just barely scrape by, and it was more of a sense of relief rather than a sense of accomplishment that, shit, I survived today. That was a good job. You know, it was always feeling like on the edge. And I can't help but feel like I just fallen back into that cycle of living in the life of someone else that I don't want. It's not a life that I actually want to live. But there was always this pressure of me needing to do more, and the expectations were always rising. And so I couldn't keep up with them. I didn't want to start working overtime every single day because I wanted to do something that I enjoyed, which was this fitness content creation thing, helping people out with their fitness journey that I really discovered that I truly enjoyed while I was working a full-time corporate job. The things in corporate just didn't make sense to me. I felt that a lot of it was just a game, it's just a show, and I couldn't keep up with that act anymore, man. And that was when I realized this is another redirection that was heading into my life. And that is truly one of the biggest stories that I learned while failing in my 20s. And as much as I did the work that I was supposed to do, it was always never enough. Eventually, I got ranked last in my team. At that point, I didn't really care anymore because I just know that there was something else that I wanted to pursue, which was this fitness content creation, coaching other people to level up their fitness game. So that was something that I was truly okay with. Even though it was like a huge failure, it was more of a hit to my ego that, damn, I can't get this right. And I didn't get it right. And over time, I just got accustomed to this fact that you will always be redirected in your life if you're doing something that you truly don't enjoy. Your emotions will signal to you that this is not right for me. Sometimes they might be right, sometimes they might be wrong, but you have to truly ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? Is this something that you really want to do? Is this something that you enjoy doing in your free time? If it's not, then most likely this is a redirection. It's a signal from your mind that this is not for me. And it truly takes some courage to go and embrace what you really want to do. But if you don't know what you want to do, just ask yourself, what is it that you enjoy doing in your free time? It can be writing books, it can be exercise, it can be teaching other people. There are so many avenues that I truly believe you are probably interested in one of them. It just takes time and courage to face and acknowledge that you are interested in these things. And to take a big step forward like how I did is truly not the easiest thing, because there is sacrifices, there is judgment from society that you're taking a different path. Right now, it's like 9 a.m. and everybody else is probably working, people of my age. It's 9/11 right now, and that's what they're probably doing. That's what society is expecting you to do. But I truly believe that when you're in your 20s, it's okay to just try and focus on your passion. Choose something that you really enjoy and something that makes sense. If you're able to put up the act and live the life that you're not 100% satisfied but are still okay with bearing, that is perfectly okay. 9 to 5 is such a good thing because it's stable. There's a predictable flow of income coming in every day, and you don't have to think about it after the work hours. You can just shut your brain off. That's one thing that is good about it. But if you truly can't stand it like how I can't, then it's not necessarily a failure when you cannot work and live up to the expectations of your bosses. I think that sometimes it might just be a sign that it might not be for you, and you can go and pursue another kind of job that is more in line with your interests, or simply just start your own thing like how I have. At the end of the day, there's so many different ways that you can live your life. There is no one set way that you have to follow. If you're Asian, you probably have the expectation that you have to work in STEM, be a doctor, lawyer, something that is high paying. But I truly believe that in this day and age, you can find other avenues of money that is maybe more satisfying for you as well, which makes your life way more enjoyable and way more fulfilling. And that's how I ended up pursuing online fitness coaching. It was something that I truly enjoy. I found that there was a big impact in helping other people reach their fitness goals, and to see that transformation, not just from their body, but their mind. I find that that is so incredibly fulfilling, and I just want to help other people reach the best potential in their lives. And it also gives them energy, it gives them control once again, especially if you're working. You find that you can use fitness as your biggest anchor in your life to give you that stability that will improve all aspects of your life. And you don't have to spend hours working out in the gym. You don't have to do crazy diets. Sometimes it's just the basics that you need to do. And those basics, it involves 3 to 4 days of working out in the gym, 45 to 60 minutes, and just eating foods that you like, but just being more aware of your portion sizes and the quality of your foods that you're eating. It's really as simple as that. So if you're looking to lose some fat, build some muscle, and just increase your overall confidence, energy, and control over your life, you can check out my fitness coaching. It's available in the link in the description as well. So actually, a very interesting phenomenon happens after you fail for a couple of times. You start to realize that after every failure, it's a big dip. And what happens after the dip? You actually have like a comeback. Something actually happens. And things start to take off once again. It's a very funny thing. So I mentioned that I had this bad period in school where I was doing pretty bad for all my modules in school. And after that, after switching majors, finding something that I enjoy, something that I was more interested in, I realized, dude, I started to get better at it. There was this uphill climb. After I failed my software engineering job, got last, and I kind of low-key had to be forced out in a way, so I just quit on my own accord. I realized that now I truly enjoy what I'm doing. It's the uphill climb. Not to say that it has been easy. Right now, honestly, I've been struggling with online fitness coaching. I don't have a lot of clients right now, and I'm just struggling to get through. But I believe that one thing that is happening right now is that I'm at the dip, and you just have to stick at the dip for long enough so that eventually you'll be back up at the climb once again. And after a while, you get used to failure. You realize that it's just a part of life, it's just a redirection, and it's not as bad as it seems. Everybody will fail at that point in life. And I think when I was in my 20s, I was really surprised by this because I always did well in high school. Grades did pretty well, but when I entered college doing computer science modules, it was just totally different. It was so hard, I didn't get decent grades at all. And it was a really huge shocker. But once you realize that it's actually normal, you're not meant to be good at everything every time. If that was the way, life would be so boring. You didn't have these ups and downs. If everything is always up, dude, life is not fun like that. You need to have these downs. And it's always during these down periods that makes the ups way more satisfying. So don't take it personally. It's just a redirection, honestly. And through these redirections, you will realize that there is so many things that is going to work in your favor eventually if you have been putting in the effort and that consistency in things that you do. It's just a matter of time, honestly. Checking out one of my clients' progress, he's doing a pretty good job, very consistent with the things that he's doing, and I feel like at the end of this, he's gonna have an insane transformation. Just really proud of him, trying to create these better habits for himself that he didn't used to have in the past. And yeah, I just really like seeing people transform as a person, not just in their body, but their minds, their habits, and it's just game changing for me, man. Whenever you feel like you're not good enough for something, you're not ready for something, you're not meant to be that kind of person, that is actually a very normal feeling. And you might feel like you're a failure, like you can't be this kind of person. But the truth is, you just need to take enough actions that that person will do to become that person. You know, the truth is, I was not this extroverted person. I'm an introvert. I didn't have social media. I was a chronic Instagram deactivator. I would post nothing on my Instagram. I was so afraid of what people would think of me. And one day, I just decided that, dude, I'm gonna pick up the camera because I have a message that I want to share. I'm super passionate about fitness. And initially, I was like so scared. I was so afraid because you know what? You know what I was bringing? I was bringing this camera to the gym. This is my main camera. And I was filming myself. I was terrified. You know, it was a public space. People were looking at me sometimes, but after you do it for a while, you realize that people actually don't care and it's really in your head. And the more actions that you do as the type of person you want to be, then the more you're going to be that type of person. The more you embrace the failures, the awkwardness of doing these new things that are so scary. It's just taking these messy actions over time, consistently building up that confidence, that proof that will really help you in your life. And with this kind of mindset, it just really helps you. It prevents all these types of failures, not prevent, but it reduces the likelihoods of you thinking that you are failing. But the truth is, you are just growing, you're not failing. And you fail because it's new to you. And who's gonna get it when they're new? It's just not realistic to think that you will get something every single time that you are new to something. That's just egotistical in a way, you know? So if you're in a similar spot in your 20s where you feel like you're failing all the time, everything's not going right, just believe in the journey, trust in the journey. These are oftentimes just signals that will point you to the eventual correct direction that you'll be heading. And it's just part of life. I think it's very interesting when you have these failures and then you just correct them over time, you manage them well. And when you overcome these failures and craft out a path of your own that you truly desire, I think that is like super fun, super transformational, full of purpose, full of enjoyment, full of excitement. Even though I'm not doing as well as I would want to right now with this online fitness coaching business, but I only can feel the excitement and just the joy of doing what I truly love. Obviously, there's times of uncertainty, times of things where I really question myself, but that's just really normal and part of the process. As long as you deep down know that this is what you really want to be, just stick to it and just keep working at it. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, to really just grind, put my head down, and just believe in the process and know that time will eventually show. Time will eventually show these results that I will eventually get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope it was encouraging to you in some way, to give you some form of inspiration that I'm not a perfect person. I fail many times. I've changed my direction in life so many times. I don't know what I'm doing, but honestly, that's okay. We're all trying to figure things out. And I find that as long as you finally find your direction in life that you want to do, just keep going at it already. And you will be your own person and not live another person's life. That is the most important thing that I truly believe in. You need to find your own direction and just keep going at it. Be your own person. Don't follow the opinions of other people and have a mind of your own. That's when you start to live a life that is truly satisfying to you and one that you truly enjoy.